Hey, what's up guys? Jared here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be taking a closer look / conducting a full review on the Civivi Cogent. Now, I personally like to call this knife the Civivi Moped. Now, you may be asking, Jared, why do you call it the Civivi Moped? Because it's fun to ride until your friends see. But seriously though, this knife is, it puts a lot of my other knives to shame that are 2-3 times the cost of this. And man, Civivi, better watch out for these guys. So let's actually do some quick size comparisons. So this is the PM2, the Para 3, and the Benchmade 940. So this is a full-size knife, guys, and we are featuring so we got a clip point in 14C28N. The total weight of this knife is 3.82 ounces. The total length is 7.88 inches with a 4.41 inch handle. The blade length is 3.47 inches, and like I said earlier, we have 14C28N. We have 120 thousandths blade stock thickness, and it is as you can see, a button lock front flipping knife. Now, it should also be noted that we have steel liners, skeletonized, and G10. Fairly thick slabs of G10 at that. Whew. So, if I were to pick one word to describe this knife, other than moped, it's going to be value. Because, first of all, the fidget factor on this, I mean, it's pretty phenomenal. In terms of the fit and finish, this is my first Civivi, the only one that I have, and I am very impressed with it. There was no need to take it apart. We are running on bearings, by the way. There was no need to take it apart to do any type of oiling or any type of modifications to get the action that I want from this knife. So that is pretty incredible. Another nice thing about this knife is I'm fairly positive that we have T8 all the way across the board for, let's see, I know it's going to be T8 for the pivot and the standoffs. Let's see if the pocket clips are they T6s? Okay, so the pocket clips are T6, that's fine. But everywhere else is going to be T8. And it's always nice to not have to switch through 3 different torque sets when you're working on your knives. Now let's talk about the blade steel for a second. 14C28N. It is a phenomenal budget steel. And I'm going to go as far to say that it is the best budget steel. When we say budget steel, a lot of times we think of D2. And D2 is a great steel. But I think this one's a little bit better. It, as you can see, it sharpens very well. It takes a very fine edge, and for all intents and purposes, it holds it reasonably well. So the way that this knife looks, it's nothing special. And you know, if I were to say, I think that's part of Civivi as a whole. You know, their knives, they don't look like anything special. They really don't, in my opinion. But what they do bring to the table is phenomenal value. I mean, like I said earlier, you're getting steel liners, you're getting G10, you're getting the 14C28N. You're getting phenomenal action and extremely good ergos, right? I mean, it carries very well too. And there really was never a time when I was using this and carrying it where I said to myself, oh man, I wish I had a different knife, or oh man, I wish I had a Spyderco or a Benchmade or something a bit more expensive. That was never the case. The only thing that I don't like about this knife is the fact that it's a Civivi, and that's not an objective, statement. That's purely opinionated, and it's kind of like illogical because, when it comes to rating a knife and breaking it down, the brand shouldn't matter. Like, it should, in a perfect world, I should be completely unbiased in that sense. But for whatever reason, the fact that it is a Civivi drops this knife a little bit lower into the tier of things. I guess it's because I'm a knife snob or call it whatever, but it is what it is. But yeah, for $70, you are going to struggle to find a better knife, in my opinion. I'm not going to go as far to say that this is the best knife that you can find for $70 because currently there are a lot of options for the $70 and under range. But this is certainly in the top 3, without a doubt, a contender. So if you are thinking about the Protech Malibu, but not really too thrilled on the price tag, try one of these out. Because after handling this, I don't really see myself getting a Protech Malibu. I won't buy one without handling it first, the Malibu, after handling and experiencing this. And I'll tell you why. Because the Protech Malibu is what, 3 times this cost, at least? I don't know if I'm going to get 3 times the performance out of that knife. I really don't. And if I knew, because, okay, so what does it have? It has the 20 CV. It probably has a little bit better action, but it does have the brand factor, which, I briefly mentioned earlier. Maybe that's worth twice the amount of this, but 3.5 times, whew, man, it would have to really, really be something phenomenal for me to spend that kind of money on that type of knife. And I've always wanted that knife. That's one of the knives that I would like to add to my collection, but it's just, lately it's been very difficult to get a hold of that. So I got this for the time being, and I'm glad that I did because, like I said earlier, unless I get a chance to handle the Protech Malibu first, like there's no way that I'm going to go out and just buy one just blindly. So there it is, guys, the Civivi Cogent. Thank you for checking out the channel, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.